What is good, Tesla family? It's Ray J back with another video. And in this one, I want to break down what's going on with Tesla, SPY, and a couple of other tickers. I'm going to talk about what the news is saying about Tesla and how the share price is looking. But let me first say that I am not a financial planner, so take nothing I say as financial advice. And also, if you guys can, please check out the Moomoo link, which is down below and in the description. If you sign up for Moomoo with the link down below and deposit $100 into the account, you are guaranteed 5 free stocks. If you deposit $1,000, you're guaranteed up to 15 free stocks, and the offer ends very soon. Anyways, Tesla's selling off quite a bit. In my morning video, I said that Tesla may pop and drop upon open, and that's what happened. Then I said that if Tesla lost 168, watch 165. And once we lost that, our next target is 162. All of these targets were met. You could see how it was reacting to 162. Now we can see Tesla come all the way down to 160 very soon. So basically, it looks very bearish. It could just continue to sell off. We also have 157.5 as another target if we lose that. So it's looking very, very bearish, very, very weak. Why is Tesla selling off like this? It's because we're hit with perpetual bearish news over and over and over again. Every day it's just bad news, bad news, bad news for Tesla. It's absolutely insane. And what I think is going on is these institutions are playing a game. They're trying to scare you all, turn you all into big bears, get everyone to sell Tesla, get the share price down as low as possible. And then once the time is right, they're going to start buying the dips like crazy, and then the share price is going to run right back up. So that's basically what's happening in a nutshell. But for now, we're in that phase where the bad news is just continuing to hit Tesla. It is no coincidence that Tesla is the most shorted stock in America, and seeing a drop like this just has to do with the different intentions and narratives of these outlets and these institutions which are working with them, in my opinion. But anyways, not going to go into full details about that. Let's just be unbiased and talk about the news. What's happening with the news? The media is screaming Tesla is once again at a 10-month low. Tesla's doing horrible. It's going to crash. It's this and that. Wall Street has another grim take on Tesla. So Wells Fargo downgraded Tesla. This is still making headlines. So all the stuff I talked about yesterday is still making the headlines. Now we have UBS, which downgraded Tesla the next day. So it's like one day, one company is downgrading Tesla. Another day, another analyst is doing it. Another big bank is downgrading Tesla. Every single day, it's just insane. Now, we're also seeing some negative news coming out involving this. So, Angela Chow, she did pass away in a Tesla, and that's very, very sad to hear. I just want to send condolences to her family and everyone that was involved. And, it's nothing that should happen to anyone. So, my heart goes out to everyone that was affected by this. But the truth is, when this happened, there's been a lot of talk about how there's been a lot of safety complaints by individuals that own Teslas, according to the feds. And this is very important because now there's been a lot of talk about gear shifting issues with Teslas. Tesla has these issues and this and that. It's being screamed by the media. And this could be true. It may be true. It may not be true. It just depends. But Business Insider is finding some complaints about how the reverse function in Tesla's database is very, very confusing to a lot of drivers. And it sometimes results in them putting the car in drive when they meant to put it in reverse or vice versa. Now, if this ends up being the case, this could lead to something much bigger. There could be more lawsuits coming or something like this. So we'll just have to wait and see. But this is not the best of news for anyone to hear. I personally have never had that issue, but if for other people who may be having it, I think that this is something Tesla has to address, and they have to find a more efficient way to shift gears and make it more easy. So this is very, very important. I do believe something more could come from this, so we want to be very careful if there are more probes coming out. So it's very important to pay attention to this, and because the media is now screaming, I'm seeing this like all over the news, right? Tesla has gear shifting problems. Tesla has this issue, another issue, and this is just not anything you want to hear. There have been a lot of complaints. The feds received over 4,200 complaints related to Teslas, according to reports. So, in my honest opinion, I'm not here to say it's true, it's not true, or anything like that. I just want to say that this is what's going on. It's not the best of news for Tesla, and Tesla and the team have to address this as soon as possible because these complaints could lead to something much bigger. I do not want to hear any more pieces of news like this, but it still could happen, of course, about someone like accidentally shifting their gear the wrong way, leading to their demise. It's very sad. Like I said before, I don't want that to happen to anyone. But Tesla has to address this, do what they can to avoid issues like this, and help improve the situation as fast as possible. But nonetheless, guys, lots of bad news for Tesla. It's still selling off, and there's a risk of this thing falling all the way down to 160, if not 157. Still looking bearish, still looking very weak. Now, one could interpret this as a falling wedge for a potential bounce tomorrow. But even if we do get some kind of bounce, there's no guarantee it's going to hold up if we keep getting this bad news. So just be very, very careful. Now, am I a bull or am I a bear on Tesla? My view is very simple, guys. As of right now, I am favoring bears a bit more as Tesla is continuing to sell off and we keep getting bad news. But I am still a big bull on Tesla long term. Long term, Tesla is going to be fine. This is just another opportunity. These institutions are slamming Tesla, making you think it's going to crash, it's going to collapse, this and that, because they're going to benefit from this. They're going to benefit from this. They want Tesla to drop. The reason they pumped it up here so they could sell up here, unload shares, start shorting up here so they could dump it. This was all in their benefit. And their plan is keep on shorting Tesla, make billions and billions of dollars shorting Tesla, continue to destroy the stock, scare everyone into selling their shares. That's what their plan is. And then once it's at these low levels, whether it's 150, 125, whoever, however low it goes, however low it goes, they're going to buy the dips and they're going to run it right back up when the time is right. Give them some time. It's going to happen, guys. Mark my words. Okay. So that's why we're seeing all these negative headlines day in and day out. They have an intention. There's a narrative out there, and this is working against Tesla. So share price is bearish looking. Tesla could continue to fall, guys. Going to be watching support right now, not looking too great. For SPY is actually not looking too horrendous. If anything, it's actually trying to fight around this 515 area. It's been kind of chopping a bit, trading sideways within this range. So I believe that we have resistance at 515. We have support at 514.2. And we also have 513.5 as minor support. We're just going back and forth, and we'll likely continue to do this as the day goes on. With this drop right here, there is potential for this to try to rebound a little bit by tomorrow if we hold support and if we could see this thing try to close above 515. There is some potential because this could be like a liquidity grab. So they could be preparing for something different. But just to be safe, I'm not going to count on that or promise that. I just want to say that right now the share price is very sideways, range bound. It's going to remain that way unless we get a good close. So watch for that for the time being. The QQQ is the epitome of the same thing. Basically, we have 440 to 440.5 as resistance. We have support at 438 all day. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. It's just going to continue to be range bound. Nothing much to see here, guys. It's kind of boring. Nvidia is no different. Nvidia actually dropped below 885, came all the way down to the 860s. I did warn you guys a bigger drop was coming if we lost 885. Now we're trying to make our way back up and we're just shuffling. We've been stuck between 872 and 885 for quite some time, a couple of hours, and we're still kind of stuck right now. So I don't really expect too much from Nvidia. We'll just have to see how it reacts tomorrow upon open. Can we get back above 885? As of right now, it's just shuffling. And then last but not least, we have the notorious Aapl stock, which is showing some strength. This is helping the market to some extent. But despite that, I just want to call out something. So we have a possible cup and handle like structure on Aapl. This looks like a cup. This looks like a handle. But this does not mean it's going to break out. We have to break and hold above 174 for us to get that breakout. So far, we've struggled to do so. So we've been range bound. This is what the range looks like. We have 174 as resistance. We have our support at 172.5 and then 170.9. And you can see if we break 174, we could push higher. We haven't really done that yet. We're still kind of stuck right now. So we'll have to see if we can get that break or not. We're going to be very, very patient for the time being. If we break 174, a bigger push could come. Otherwise, Aapl is just going to continue to trade sideways. We have support at 173.5, which is very minor. 172.5 is stronger support. And we have even stronger support at 170.9. Resistance is at 174. If we break through this and we break the highs we made previously, I could see a push not just to 175, but also 175.75 for a nice trade. We're not really there yet. It's still range bound, so we'll see how it goes. Anyways, guys, that is it for the video. As far as Tesla goes, I just want to say that Tesla is still a great company. I'm a big bull on Tesla for the long term. My view has never changed this entire time. I've been very consistent on that. But for the short term, it is looking bearish. It's looking very weak, so we'll see how Tesla does. Anyways, I'll be back in a couple of hours to talk about Tesla, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you for listening. Have a great day. Take care, guys, and I'll see you guys very soon. Thank you, and peace out.